it on that funky ending. Hey, how you doing out there? Welcome to another live stream coming you direct from the studios in Atascadero, the Guitar College studios in Atascadero. Wes, did you realize that you already got a tip?
No.
You got a tip.
Awesome.
Yeah, from Eddie Davis. Thank you,
Oh,
Eddie.
thanks, Eddie. Appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you, Eddie. So anyway, here we are. Let's see. We got a lot to do today, don't we, Wes?
Oh, yeah. Just so much. Tons.
Tons. Good. So Wes is working the sound effects. Do you have them working, Wes?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're good to go.
And Gail's working the message board, and I'm working on the guitars. And
what song was that you just played?
that was Eternal Triangle. So we've been going, alphabetically, and so that was Eternal Triangle.
It's a tough song there.
A tough little tune. You ain't kidding me.
Just come right out of the gate with the hardest tune possible. Love it. Love it.
Well, I want to start on a high note. Did it flub it up too much, you think? Or just enough?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, plus,
Yeah, it was.
I wanted to do Eternal Triangle because Easter is coming. Right? Easter. Eternal. Right, we're going to have eternal life right after the Easter.
Yeah, that's
Christ is risen. He is
it's
risen
a real
indeed.
Easter tune. Love it. Yeah.
We'll
Whenever
play-
I think of Easter, I just think of Eternal
Eternal
Triangle.
Triangle.
Always. Yeah.
I forget who wrote that. Sonny Stitt, I think, something like that.
It wasn't one of the apostles that wrote that?
No, it wasn't one of the apostles.
Oh.
I don't think any of the apostles played jazz guitar. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I might think about warming up on something a little kind of mellower, and then go into the Easter song.
Okay. Well, next time. Hey, so Wes, who we got here looking at our show today?
Robert Douglas is here. Said hi. Danielle. Emberly.
Daniel. All right, go ahead.
Oh my. Just okay. She said on last night's Birdland Frank Vignola live stream, 58 minutes in, they play a song called "There's a Small Hotel." Have you ever heard of that?
I have not.
Yeah, she said she hadn't either, and it was a cool tune. Let's see. Tom's here. Tom over in Connecticut. Tom Colhane. Lou Nordrum's in Montana. We love Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66. I don't know who that is. I can't remember.
Can't remember who Brazil 66 is?
Do you?
Of course. I listen to them all the time.
That's not who it is. That's just their name on YouTube.
Oh, that's their name on YouTube? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, you're really just
All right.
quick on your feet today.
Easy on your
But
dad. Just read the things. Come on.
Eddie Davis is here. Hey, Eddie. Rob Ketterer. B. Scott's in Cleveland.
All right.
Rob Ketterer is in Seattle. He picked up a Tal Farlow record yesterday. First set at the record shop, Wall of Sound on Capitol Hill. Nice. Let's see, Mick Max here. That's Francis over in Switzerland. Tusi Maz in Berlin. Mark Larkins. Hey, Mark. In Tennessee. Gordon in Birmingham is back. Hi, Gordon. Yeah, we got a lot of people here today. Jim Rolfe, what's up, Jim?
Rolfe.
Mark Murrett over in New Orleans. Yeah, we got our D'Angelico out today, Mark. So Mark was the winner of the D'Angelico EXL 1 at the Jazz Guitar Fest. So that was awesome. Hope you're loving it. I'm sure you are. Big Steve in Olympia, Washington. Charles Andres in Denmark. He's about to buy this D'Angelico model, though not the newest one, but the previous edition. It has another pickup and 16 radius on the fretboard instead of 12 on the new model.
Huh.
Nice. W.C. Ray's in the house as usual. Bobby Cox
WC,
Jr.
Yeah. Oh, that's Groucho.
John Burkhart in western South Dakota. Kevin Sine from eastern Pennsylvania. What guitar strap do you use? Looks very comfortable, Kevin's asking.
Well, this is the one that I got from Eldorado Straps. It's got a big leather piece here with a big piece of a sheepskin on the inside. Very springy, comfortable. Yes, you're right. And it's all leather, built to last. So Eldorado, Bill Silverman, give him a call. Say you want Rich's strap.
Yeah, Eldorado Guitar Accessories. He's got some really, really cool, high-quality stuff there. Definitely worth giving him a shout. Mike Brandenberger is here from Dallas. What's going on, Mike?
Right.
He signed up for the library, and he's really liking it. So,
cool.
Yeah, curious to know what you're working on, Mike. That's awesome. James McNamara.
James, what's happening, man?
Yeah, see, he says the show is not complete without the Price is Right sound effects. Yeah. Farmer David said Easter's not Christian, it's pagan and stanic. I'm guessing that would be satanic, but okay.
Oh gosh, we better inform the Pope.
Lachlan's here. What's up, Lachlan? Good to see you again. As Pee Wee says, I meant to do that. There you go.
Yeah.
John Smith's in for roll call. John, what's up, buddy? Human Elements. Looks like Kevin's sign was over at Guitars and Jazz in New Jersey. Did you buy anything, Kevin?
Oh, really? He was over there?
Yeah.
Nice.
He said hi to Andrew for them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right, so that's about it for roll call this morning.
Okay, guys, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. You know, if you're not going to be here, we aren't either.
You know, I wouldn't have to make it be so hard on you if you didn't make it so easy to be hard on you, you know? So,
you know, when I was changing your diaper, I should have taken your face and just rubbed it right in it, you know?
Oh, I'm sure you did that.
Had I known you're going to turn out this way, I would have done it. But
yeah.
I guess it's not too late.
Yeah, I'd love to see you try that for sure.
All right, so this guitar, this is the first time, I mean, we've had it on here before.
We haven't. I don't know why.
Where'd you get that picture from?
We did a video on it, but we didn't put it on the live stream. That video is coming. Yeah, we like shot a factory to factory head to head thing that we're going to be posting after we do the review on it. So that's coming up for you guys that watch us on YouTube. You'll see a comparison of the EXL1 with the floater, the one that Mark won, up against this one. Straight from the factory, no modifications whatsoever.
Yeah. You know, this little piece of real estate here where the cutout usually is, I heard Doyle Dykes say that Bob Taylor told him that that's a valuable piece of real estate and it really contributes to the sound. So this is a style B, right? Which we said D'Angelico made a couple of guitars in the beginning. One was style A and one was style B, and that's how this one took. I mean, I think it's got a really gorgeous sound. It's fat. Don't you think, Wes?
Yeah, no, I like it for sure.
So it's a 3-inch body depth, lots of beautiful binding, ebony fretboard, like you had mentioned, 12-inch radius, 1 3/4 nut width. It doesn't have much of a pitch on the headstock. You see that? When you look at some of the other guitars, they have a much deeper pitch. Gibson went to about this pitch one time. I remember having a Super 400. I forget what year it was, but I couldn't believe how straight the neck was. It was kind of weird. But anyway, that's the way they have it. These tuners are fantastic tuners, which I really look at how pretty they are too in the back.
Yeah, those are the Grover 150 Imperial tuners on that thing.
Look at the binding on the headstock. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, the guitar is gorgeous. And what I like about it is it's got this DeArmond pickup with a tone control and a volume. It's got this stair-step tailpiece, these cool-looking F-holes, kind of modern. I wonder if D'Angelico made them like that back in the day. I'd be interested to find out. Ebony bridge, laminate sides and back. It's got I think it comes in this sunburst color.
Yeah, that's the iced tea sunburst there.
Yeah.
It also comes in like a blonde kind of thing too.
The cameras are making this, to me, look really red. I don't know if it's going out that way. Or what does your monitor look like? Does that look like really red, or is it true to what it looks like?
It looks a little darker, but I mean, our screens are not great visuals of what people are seeing on these cameras, that's for sure.
All right, so what did I do to this?
So where that Francis was asking where it's made.
This is made in Korea.
Yeah.
Hi, Francis. Knick-knack, paddywhack. Yeah, made in Korea. It's got nice frets, beautiful frets. How does it sound acoustically? It sounds like this. It's got a fair amount of tone. Wouldn't you say, Wes?
Yeah. I mean, strum on that thing, because it's loud. That thing is loud for yeah, that thing pumps out a lot of sound, definitely, acoustically, which is...
Yeah. And so you're hearing it right now with the mic and the electric sound. I guess if we killed that overhead, I could play a tune.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going straight into a Mackie mixing board, so there's no amp being used at this point. So, and then you also put your strings on it.
That's correct. I filed down the nut slots on a couple of the strings. They were just a little too high. which is always risky business
Why?
because you do it too low and then it buzzes.
Right.
So you got to be really careful. So since it is Easter,
Since it's Easter, what?
we're going to play What a Friend We Have in Jesus.
Okay.
And fun little guitar. That's let's see.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. That was Great is Thy Faithfulness. For those following along, turn to hymnal number 789 and let's all sing along. That was funny, wasn't it? All right. Where are we at, Wes?
Well, first off, John's Smith asks, there seems to be confusion over what is meant by a laminate top. Is it a 3-layer or 2-piece solid top?
I don't know. The binding on the F-hulls conceal that fact.
And yeah, all it says on here is, laminated spruce top, laminated flame maple sides and back. So 7-ply binding, but that's about it. So not sure what their trick is, but
I've never heard of a 2-piece of spruce kind of thing. Kind of being, I always thought a laminate. The ones I've seen are always 3, at least 3. So, people call it plywood. It's not plywood. I mean, it is, but it's not like they went to Home Depot and got a sheet of plywood to make a guitar. They take a piece of thin veneer and press it, put a bunch of glue, put another piece on there, press it, put a bunch of glue, put another piece, press it. So I've never heard of the 2-piece laminate, but that doesn't mean anything that I haven't heard about it. Okay. Now what?
Well, I think you need to keep talking about it because, there's other things to talk about.
Is there?
Yeah, for one, the headstock, it doesn't have the classic D'Angelico little thing on the top, that Empire State Building looking piece. It's more of a normal headstock this time.
It's got the.
Is it heavier than? Does it feel lighter than the other D'Angelicos you've played because it doesn't have that? Because that headstock on the other ones is huge.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel neck heavy at all.
Just would be.
The 3-piece neck on it is real nice.
What is that, and how does that neck feel?
Feels really nice. It's thin, fairly thin, not too thin, fairly thin though. A lot thinner than this guitar I'm going to bring out in a minute. Beautiful inlays. It's got the little duck tail on the end there, which surprises me they did that, because you could have get the, that could have went up to it, but it looks beautiful. They have spared no expense.
So WC Ray is asking about the cost of it, and it's $16.99 for the retail. That's what all the guys are selling it for. Sweetwater and Guitar Center, and
what do we have it for on there?
We don't.
We don't. I thought I posted it. No.
No. Nope.
Okay. Well, we'll probably
because we need to do more videos on it.
I see.
Like I told you before. What is the neck shape like at the 12th fret? Is it D shape or C shape?
At the 12th fret? It's hard to say. It goes into the neck joint at that point. Some people, they say, oh, I've got to be able to get up here. But I'll tell you, if you can get to the G, I think you're probably okay. It's rare that I play anything up above here, so it doesn't bother me not to have a cutaway. I'm more inspired by the sound than the cutaway.
Would you buy that guitar brand new?
I think I would. It'd be a fun guitar to have. Because it's nice to have one that you're going to do the Freddie Green thing with. So this definitely qualifies for that.
I'm trying to. Anybody have any other questions about it so we can get him to talk more about it?
Yes, please. So it's got the 1 3/4 inch nut width, which I'm not wild about, but a lot of people love it. You know, I like it a little closer together, but it's not a deal breaker. And I've always felt if you can get the right luthier, he can make you a different nut with a 1 11/16 spacing.
Is that something that you would do if you own this guitar?
I would. Probably, if I was going to keep it forever and play it. And yeah. Yeah, I would. But, well, I don't know. Because I like the... I probably would, Bus. The older I get, I like it. The strings closer. I like the shorter scale. What is the scale length on this, anyways? Is it 25?
Let's see. Not with 24 and 24.75.
Yeah, that's another reason why I like this, because, all right, so it's Gibson scale 24 3/4 on a 17-inch body. So that's hard to find. Guild's about the only one that'll do that. Usually you sacrifice some sound for that. But since you don't have the cutaway, I think the sound is awesome. So, yeah, it's a good trade-off. But it is. It does have that. And if it was 1 11/16 or, lately I've been like in 9 and 9/16, 1 and 9/16.
The Francis was asking about the pickup. That's the D-Armond Rhythm Chief 1000 on that thing. Yeah.
Right, which we do have a D-Armond right here on this Guild. And I do have an old D-Armond on this L4. And we're going to listen to those in a bit.
What do you think about those D-Armond pickups?
I like them a lot.
Why?
Well, they're just a little more throaty. They're not as... sometimes the high end on some of the Johnny Smiths and stuff, it gets a little too... I don't know, little too trebly. I like the fact that it's got a tone control too.
Most of them don't have a tone control?
No. I installed one on this back here, this Guild.
What goes into like putting a tone control on a guitar in terms of how does it work? Like,
well, it takes the actually Rob would be a good one to explain that. It takes a feed off the pot, runs it through there, and then there's a capacitor on there that clips off the high end. Isn't that pretty sound?
here's the mics off. WC Ray asks hard shell case. It does come with a really nice case.
It does.
Yeah, the case is definitely really, really nice and.
I don't know how you can sell it so cheap,
heavy.
really, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guitar.
And then let's see. John Wicks says that he's got an EXL1 that he just got with the cutaway. He loves it. So do you have the floater version or the humbucker? Because we did reviews on both of those a few months ago, which Charles Andre says on the previous model they used the USA humbucker Seymour Duncan Johnny Smith USA Seymour Duncan Johnny Smith floating mini humbucker. We have tried it. We did a review on that about a month ago, I would say, maybe a little over it. You could definitely check that out. And then I'm going to put out a video too coming up in the next week or so on them going head to head, the DeArmond versus the Johnny Smith. So that was interesting for sure. There's a big difference.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. But that being said, let's see. Someone asked if you miss the cutaway. Do you miss having the cutaway?
No, like I said, well, once in a while maybe, yeah, but I like the tone of the guitar outweighs having the cutaway. Again, I tried to say that this is valuable real estate. Hofner had some Japanese models, the H5 or something like that, and so they had one with two with cutaways, one with one pickup, I think, one with two, and then one with two pickups and no cutaway. And the one with no cutaway really just outshined. It just had that deeper, throatier tone. And but again, it's kind of like some people got to have that. They feel like they're restricted. Really, if you want to play up here, play the mandolin. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it doesn't bother me, really. I actually kind of like it. I like to look down and see that. I think they had to make a Birdland like that with a little extra, mass in here. Might give it a little more tone.
John Smith clarified here what he said about the solid thing, and he said two pieces of solid wood glued together, they call it a solid top.
Oh.
Oh, but with a matching.
Oh, they're bookend. They're not laminated together on top of each other like this to here. They're laminated like this. They're put together, two solid tops that meet in the middle like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But then that's still considered a solid top.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because you'd have a massive tree here to get this piece of wood out of there,
Yeah, that's what we need. Cut down some massive trees.
Well, they find those trees like, in the ocean what's going on with this thing? Anyway, never mind. I put 1957 Gibsons on, that's what Don said, yeah. And he'd put it up against any guitar. I heard him play that guitar, and it does sound good. So he's got an older EX XL1, I think, and he switched out the pickups to Gibson 57s, and he likes it much better.
Vintage Rod asking how the neck feels on that guitar.
Yeah, it's just thin enough. It's not fat by any means. It's just a nice feel. It's a D shape.
And so you like it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How about the output of that pickup? Are they known for having a lower output or a higher output, those D-Arminds?
I don't know. Did you have to do any adjustments on this, on the board?
I did. I turned it up. I turned it up a little bit.
Does it say the output of the pickup in the description?
No. No, it doesn't.
Well, we could compare it with these other guitars that have D-Arminds. We'll see if this one is any louder than the others.
Yeah.
Want to do that?
Nope, not quite yet. I think you need to play a jazz song on it.
Well, I opened with a jazz song.
Well, maybe play another one? Or don't. If you don't want to, then don't. I don't know. You could say no.
I can? Oh, good.
You can do whatever you want.
You know, Gail, I left some music up in the on my bench. I wanted to do the tune exactly like you. And anyway, I think I know it.
I mean,
hold on here.
Let's see who else is here. A few other people showed up. Yuri with his Spock gesture emoji, love it. Tom Johnson's joined us. Jason Brandt joined us, and Alan Biggs over in Hilton Head is here, and then our buddy Pat Evans showed up as well.
Pat
from Fresno, representing Fresno.
Pat, are you coming to workshop? You know, our workshop's really shaping up. We got Bruce Foreman there, and got a lot of sign-ups, but I think there still is some room. So, Pat, come on, buddy. Let's just play some blues, some slower blues.
Yeah, just play something easy.
All right, you're gonna have to adjust the
sure
volume on this. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, just give some people something easy.
You have to.
I'll adjust it. That yeah, see that I think is a really fair kind of song to play for that guitar. It sounds really good. You're able to hear it. There's not too much going on. I enjoyed that.
Okay.
Pete Robertson said, "Is it loud enough to play as an acoustic for gypsy jazz?"
I don't think so. You probably want to get a gypsy jazz guitar for that. Those things have their own sound. I guess if you play it really hard and I can't do that. That's digging in too much for me. Anyway, I that's a good question. I have no idea. I'd say buy a gypsy guitar.
Danielle said, I find if I switch to a guitar without a cutaway, it takes a while before I stop ramming my fretting hand into the upper bout. Does that happen to you?
I guess you could see that, yeah. Like an E7 sharp 9, you're sitting right on top of that thing right there. So I guess you got to make your sacrifices. Yikes. That's about as far as you can go. You can get that. You can get a 13th here. But a sharp 9 is a little tricky.
Let's see. There was something.
W.C. Ray says, great variety of tunes today. Thank you.
Yeah, and I was also curious, too, because Mark Larkins said, Rich, I haven't requested Breezin' in a good while. Would appreciate you playing that. I think that would be a good song to play, just to hear what it sounds like on that guitar.
Okay.
It's different from, it's got the smooth jazz feel. In the meantime, while you get that queued up, Jacob is here from sunny Mission Viejo. Adrian Lee is also here. What's going on, guys? And then Renee Gerga is also here. He's over in the UK. We were chatting
All
with
right.
him earlier on Facebook this morning, and I sent him the link to the
Oh, cool.
show. And
Well, welcome, this first-time viewer.
I don't know. Is it your first time watching, Renee? He might have checked us out before for sure, but yeah, he's going to talk to us about the Accelerator program next week. So we're excited to meet you for sure.
Hey, Todd Richmond said there's a rocket launch tonight. What time, Todd? I want to check that out.
Well, it's probably not going to be a great rocket launch viewing night since it's super cloudy. There you go, Mark. There it was. Yeah, that guitar sounds good. Nice over that for sure.
It's a nice tone.
Yeah. So, what would you if you had your choice between, that guitar and
The other, the Angelicos?
no, like an Eastman around the same price range, what's different about them, and what would set that one apart? And obviously Eastmans kind of have their own tone, but talk about that, because that seems like where that guitar in the $1,700 range is right where some of the Eastmans are, some of their most popular ones.
Right. Well, let's take a look at this 503, and you can listen to it. Because
Well, just talk about how they feel and the like. We don't need to just grab the other one and play it. Can
Well,
you just talk about it?
that one's thinner. It's a little more comfortable. 25-inch scale, 1 3/4 inch nut width again.
Oh, we got a caller. Stand by. The phone lines are
So
heating up.
Call from 16503040454.
sell. They're kind of, they're close. Wes, this is certainly very ornate, and you gotta really want that. Some people think it's too ornate. It's a little plainer with the other one. That 503 is a solid top guitar, and it runs, I think, around the $1,400 range. As a matter of fact, I think, hey, Gail, did you put that link on the Eastman page there on those Eastman guitars? We were talking about make an offer on those for our Easter event. But anyway, it's kind of hard to just make a bone, which do you like better, apples or oranges? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think mainly for me, what I'm wondering is Eastman's always known for their craftsmanship, and they're putting, that their guitar factory is a lot more hands on the guitar than probably that one that the D'Angelico, right?
Well, I don't know if they have machines that actually make guitars. They make the parts, but people put them back together. I don't know how they make this. This is a poly finish. It feels like a poly finish. So it is a little more sealing up the guitar. Now, that's the new True Tone gloss finish, which I guess is kind of like a poly finish, but maybe thinner. I really don't quite understand the logistics of that finish, but the older ones used to be like a hand lacquered finish. But this now is a poly finish. But like I said, they do something special to it. I don't know. I'm sorry to be so vague, but that's the way it is. I don't have the full scoop on that. But this to me is a poly finish, which means they can spray it and it'll cure in a matter of hours, I believe. Lacquer finish, when they do lacquer finishes, it takes, they spray it and let it sit for a few days, spray it again, let it sit, rub it out, spray it. It's a long ordeal. And they have warehouse full of, in different stages of guitars. Well, they've gotten so much popular, they had to figure out a way to maybe do it a little faster. So they've got this new finish.
What about you said the comfort is a little better because it's thinner, but does that guitar feel more neck heavy than, some of the other Eastmans that you've tried?
Well, this is more neck heavy than an Eastman, yeah.
Right.
But this is 17-inch. That one up there is a 503, which is a 16-inch. That one's thinner. This is to me very comfortable. I got no problem with a 17-inch. I like 17-inch guitars. So I get a 16-inch, and sometimes God, this thing is little, I like the bigger thing. So I think both are great values, a guitar. Actually, that 403, I should have brought that. That little son of a gun is a nice little guitar, and that's cheap. That's like in the 12s.
W.C. Ray asked, Rich, can you tell any difference when the floating pickup is in a smaller bodied guitar versus the larger Grant Green style instruments?
When the floating pickup is in a smaller guitar?
Yeah. versus the larger G Green style instruments?
Well, Grant Green played a 330, which is a thin body, but I think he means Freddie Green. So the the body of the guitar makes the string sound a certain way, and it could be a 16-inch, it could be a 17-inch. There's so many variables. If the guitar sounds good, when you're holding it, and it's probably going to sound really nice amplified. If it sounds flat and just kind of it's probably going to sound like that amplified too. So I don't know. I think if you want to listen to this L4 is a solid top with an old D-Armond on it. It's a 1944, and that sounds a lot different than this. Let's listen to it.
Well,
you want to keep going on this?
No, I want to. If we're gonna compare it, I want to compare it to that Guild.
All right.
Yeah. So let's. But if we're gonna do that, let's play something on that first, and then play it on the Guild. The same thing.
All right.
So we can hear like a head-to-head comparison on them.
All right. Do you want to play it? Let's just play a fingerstyle piece then. Thank you, honey.
Well, I mean, well.
Oops, sorry.
Nice catch, Wes.
Yeah.
Totally redeemed himself.
Can we do it not on a fingerstyle piece, like on a jazz track? Is that okay? Because that's what more people are going to be playing these on jazz tracks or in jazz settings.
Okay.
I don't know that,
Okay.
Fingerstyle you can play on an acoustic guitar if you want, So I feel like the good comparison is playing like a.
All right, here's Green Dolphin Street.
Perfect. Great. Yeah, so that's I think a real fair song that everyone knows and
Knows and
you
loves.
can compare now to what the so the guitar you're getting out now is the Guild Artist Award. That is I forget what year it was, but
80s.
yeah. But it's got a different pickup. It's a rhythm. It's a DeArmond Rhythm Chief, but I think it's the 1100 in the Guild as opposed to the 1000 in the, which I don't really know what that would mean exactly if one's just more expensive than the other. But
One of the things is this particular pickup has pole pieces that you can adjust. The DeArmond doesn't. Not that you need it.
you mean the D'Angelico doesn't?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a 1984 Guild Artist Award coming up here.
The frickin' strap. All right. So, yeah, if you zoom in on that pickup, you can see it's got pole pieces. So I think that's probably the difference.
So what does that do for it?
Well, you can adjust the individual strings.
Oh, got it.
Now I just installed or I had installed by Nate, a tone control. They sound pretty close, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, the radius on this, I was reading, I think it's a 10-inch radius, which I look at my finger and I think, what is the radius of that to try to do a bar chord? And I know it ain't 12. I took a measurement of it and it looked like 7.5, which I don't know if they make a guitar with 7.5-inch radius.
Todd says, I've found adjustable pole pieces definitely needed if you switch between a wound G and a unwound G.
That would make sense. I always play with a wound G, so on a flat wound string now, you know. But yeah, that would make sense. A round wound string is going to have more sound to it, I guess. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, if you have a 20-inch wound string, you see these are taped strings. So if you get a round wound string that's 20, a .20, it's got a much thinner core. So that's an interesting question. I don't know if, as opposed to a 17, if you have a 17-inch.
So, yeah, that I think was a really good comparison because that Guild sounds better, for sure.
Really?
I think so.
That's funny. I was thinking, wow. I was thinking the opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they both sound really good. There's no doubt about that. But I don't know if it's just the Guild. You know, the Guild just has a different aspect of clarity than other guitars. There's some other... all the Guilds have that weird, just clear, sparkly...
Yeah, I usually contribute that to the pickup, but maybe not because this is...
I will say that that pickup is louder, for
Is it?
sure. Yeah, because like the little limit knob kept on blinking on that, and it wasn't blinking at all on the other one. So I think that's that. I don't know if that thing's just got more, just a hotter pickup or whatever, but yeah. Gordon liked the D'Angelico better. Don Boudreau said Guild wins that battle. And W.C. Ray also said W.C. Ray says the same thing. Clarity and overall boutique, clear, bell-like. But Gordon says, that the Guild was a bit bright. Which I'll give you that. It definitely was. It definitely is brighter.
Huh,
I mean,
interesting.
W.C. Race, it sounds bigger.
The Guild sounds bigger?
Yeah. It does. I think it just has a bigger presence, you know. But, you know, if... one thing, though, to mention, you know, that Guild is a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 guitar. Whereas the...
That's right.
The Angelico's a 1,700 range, so...
Right?
David Bronson over in Utah said that he likes... I like the Excel better for the solo playing. Maybe the Guild would be a better in a combo.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could see that too. That the D'Angelico had a really nice fingerstyle sound to it for sure. It was very like balanced and nice.
Huh. Well, you know, as far as the the money, there's always the saying, hey, buy once, cry once.
Right. Totally tuberous, who's over in Massachusetts watching, said the harp tailpiece is a factor.
Oh, that probably...
You know, that might be one of the reasons why. I mean, why the Guild kind of...
Hear that? See, no, I don't think we get that off this. You don't get that ring off of this.
Yeah. So I think, there's something to be said about all Guilds that have that.
Maybe it's the tailpiece. Huh? Everything is a contributing factor.
Well, that tailpiece too. It's putting off a tone, a note. You know.
Yeah, it sounds like a D, doesn't it?
Right.
Ooh, I need your love, baby.
Joel Henderson's popped in. He said
Hi, Joel.
He had 2 Guild Artist Awards from the 80s for me and my friend. One sunburst, one blonde. They were both beautiful. I just couldn't deal with the 1 5/8 nut.
Oh, this doesn't have that. This is 1 11/16.
Oh, nice.
We paid $1,200 in 1980. Wow, that was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, and then Mark said, to me, the Guild sounds better than the D'Angelico, offers clarity, rich depth with high-end sparkle. Yeah. Yeah, I think that I would say that just by the tapping that tailpiece is a big factor. I mean, they sound so much different.
Yeah, I wonder if
That
we could...
D'Angelico doesn't really make any noise at all when you tap it.
No.
Um,
This
yeah.
is the harp tailpiece, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I think Mark said this. Mark Larkins. You know, the inexpensive guitars. You know that gets you about 80% there. You know, so to get the extra 20%, man, you got to pay a lot more money. So I think that's a good analogy. I had hydrated this top, and the action's a little higher than I can handle, so I'm
You
making
hydrated the top?
well, you know, I put it in its case for a while with
Oh, right.
a couple of.
You humidified it.
What did I say?
Hydrated it?
Well, some people call it that.
Yeah, no, I was thinking you were like, did you rub oil on it or something? Like, you know, how you hydrate the fretboard with
Yeah.
stuff?
No. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So the action's a little higher than I prefer. So, if I could make excuses, please.
Yeah.
All right. So, should we play another tune, or you want to hear this other guitar?
Yeah, let's hear that third one for sure.
Yeah. I bought this, and I think we've shown this before. I bought it at a guitar show. A guy came in. He had bought it from a guy in Orange County who had it in his garden shed. And now it's right back here in our garden shed. It's come full circle. This is 1944. Oh, crud. Here, why don't you talk a second?
So yeah, I think we did do something on this one a long time ago when you first got it. It's a 1944 Gibson L4 with a D-Armond. Is it a D-Armond pickup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the D-Armond is
But
from the 60s. Or it could be 50s. I don't know. By the knobs, it looks 50s. So I don't know. I don't know how you tell.
Because otherwise that guitar would not have a pickup, right?
Right. And this guitar, I just got it back from my luthier friend. And he put a couple of, it's got some cracks here in the top. It's a solid top guitar. But he put in some cleats, I think on this one right here. One of them had already been cleated down here. So the guitar does have the cleats in it. Still has the original finish. It looks really shiny, doesn't it? But it's not like it's been shot over at all. And I love the banjo inlays on this. Isn't that cool?
Their banjo?
Yeah. So it's got this button down here, which is rhythm, lead. A little. It's got a low fret. It's got a big fat 50s neck. Yeah, see, this is the rhythm pickup. Here, let's shut off the overhead.
Here. So what is that doing to the...
It's got some kind of capacitor in there doing something.
Yeah, because, man, it just... The thing thins out like a...
Yeah.
That's crazy. Why don't you tap the tailpiece on that and see what sound it makes? Yeah, see that, like, none of them have that sustain that Guild has. It's crazy.
Yeah, this just makes the low E string rumble. That's all.
Right. I mean, I would say let's play Green Dolphin Street one more time and hear what that thing sounds like on it.
All right, let's do that. Here we go. One more time. Play it again, Sam.
What do you need?
I want the guitar up a hair.
Yeah, that's a whole different beast right there. That thing sounds good.
Does it?
I don't know that I like it better than the Guild, but I don't know. What do you guys think? that David Bronson said that nut looks to be at least 1 3/4.
Yeah, it looks it, but it's not.
Yeah.
I could show you right now. Yeah, it's real close. Not quite.
W.C. Ray asked, "Can I buy that guitar?"
I don't care. I don't care anymore. What a
So,
crappy answer that is.
that's your specialty.
I haven't got it up for sale. I wasn't planning on selling it, but I don't know.
I mean, that thing never sees the light of day.
I just got it back too. Yeah, I've played it several times. I don't take it out and gig with it. It's such a fragile instrument. Let's play another tune with it, okay?
Okay. Joel says he has a 37 L4 and that same pickup. I'll have my luthier friend install it. I think it sounds good. Didn't want to have it installed until I heard it. Thanks.
You're welcome, Joel. I'm glad somebody got something from that. I don't know if I want to sell this. Do you want to sell it, Wes?
I don't know. It's not mine. So what? Yeah, so Lachlan just said, I was thinking if you should sell that, and it would be whether the price is right, right?
Yeah, I suppose everything has a price, doesn't
Right.
it?
So
Yeah.
there you go, WCRA. You should make him offer, and then Lachlan said, "Yeah, make him an offer he can't refuse." Which, hey, that would do the trick, I'm sure.
I don't want to wake up with any horses' heads in my bed. It's got the old tuners on it, which I, was tuning it today, and I thought, I'd get some new tuners. They make a reissue tuner, Stu Mack does, that look vintage, and because these son of a guns are sticky as hell, and so I need to take them off, try to clean them up, but I don't think that it even helps,
I mean, yeah, they're old, man. 80 years old.
Yeah.
It's amazing they're still working.
Yeah. I think it's got a nice little tone. I think... One thing is for sure, they're not make. By the way, this is a repo pick guard. The original one had gassed off and was falling apart. So every time I put on a set of strings, and then you go to play it, and then this string would be totally oxidized. So it's like, geez. So finally I just got rid of that, and I had Nate. Didn't he do a beautiful job? Look at how well he did the job on that. He did a beautiful job on putting that pickup. Whoops, not quite in the slot there, is it? There it is. Anyway, in there, and let's look at this guitar, because it's got, it does have some cracks. See, on the, it's got a few little cracks. Remember, this is a solid wood guitar. Let's see, none right there. Where's that one? On the side here. You can see that.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing really, take a good look in the mirror if you want to see cracks. But the top and the back are nice. There's a little crack right there. I think he cleated that. I don't remember. But, you take good care of it. It's not going anywhere. Just take good care of it.
Is that a one-piece neck there? What is that?
No, it's a three-piece neck.
Oh,
You see
nice.
how it's got that stringer going down there?
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that's paint. I think that
No,
is...
definitely not.
Yeah, so it's a mahogany. I think it's a three-piece mahogany neck, which I don't know why they don't make more of those.
Oh, cool.
Maybe it's maple. It looks mahogany, though. So it's a fun little guitar, and it's got that old sound, which I like. You know, it's kind of nice to have every once in a while.
Yeah. If you want to see cracks, you should hire a plumber.
By the way, we got one coming tomorrow.
There you go. You'll see plenty of crack. Nice. Seth Waddington says, I have one of those vintage DeArmond Monkey on the Stick pickups. Never used it. Dang, it sounds good on that guitar. You got something to put that thing in, Seth? You should. You should test it out.
Yeah. So, you want to put that on a guitar.
Yeah, especially if you have something lying around.
Put it
Plus,
on.
can't you pick up these older?
Rich, this is guitarist Stevie that we
Oh
spoke
my God.
last week. I was not able to make it to the concert this past Sunday. My wife woke up not feeling
Okay, thanks, Steve. Sorry about your wife not feeling good. But can't you pick up like these older arch tops that don't have a pickup for, their reasonable price?
Well, check it out on Reverb. Go ahead. Look at it. It'd be interesting to see because what is reasonable? It's $5,000.
Well, if you already have the pickup for it.
Yeah, old guitars when you get these things, I guarantee you they all need work. They need fret work. They might a fret level.
So yeah, I mean,
they all need work generally.
Here's
What do you got there?
Here's a 40s with
What is the model
Gibson L4
for $2,400?
Yeah, or this one Gibson 48.
Gibson 48 won't work. The neck is too. There's no room between the neck and the body to put a pickup.
Oh, well, yeah. Didn't mean to search for Gibson L48. I didn't even know what that was.
L4.
L4.
Yeah, it's too bad because those are reasonable.
Right.
But I think they're laminate. This L4 is solid wood. Well, what do you think? They're hard to find. Well, those are the real old ones with the oval hole.
I'm trying to just find a. Yeah, that's
What year is that?
1940.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
$6,000.
All right.
Maybe I will sell this.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth having and having fun with. It's an investment. What else? Is there any others?
I'm trying to find some. Here's 35 to 36. Doesn't have any. I don't know why these photos aren't working, but.
What about that third one over there? Yeah. There you go. Boy, and wait a minute, that's a 51. It's got the different inlays. It's got the that newer style inlays. That 1940, let's see that one again. See, that's something wrong about that, I think. Those inlays aren't correct. I don't believe.
And the headstock.
Oh, that's
different.
a 53. That's different. That's 53. Where was the 1940?
Well, this is.
Okay, see, that's got the banjo inlays.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I thought you could find them for cheaper.
Yeah.
But they're definitely not lying around for sure. But yeah, too bad you can't do it with the L48 because there's tons of those around.
Did you see what your mother wrote? Yes, it's for sale. Call Gail. We have too many guitars.
Yeah.
Pretty sounding guitar, man.
So there was some questions on here that I was trying to get to that we should talk about real quick. One being from Andrew in New Jersey, who's asked, the first 4 measures of Green Dolphin Street A section has only 2 chords. How do you play over that without repeating the same lines?
Well, that's a good question. So look at it. It goes C to E flat, right? Which is just like C minor. So I don't know. You one of the things that you can do is you can play. You can hit at the dominant chord. So. And then so that's one, it's one way.
Are you gonna play it again real quick?
Well, I was going to.
Yeah, if you do, let's play it on. Let's pull this Eastman out and play it,
Okay.
and we can do a kind of. You can explain it, and we can kind of hear it too. So I'm curious to hear how these Eastmans stack up to the DeArmond
Okay.
situation.
All right. Let me. I gotta get to this again. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh gosh.
E F G G-R-E-A-N, green. Okay, there it is. Getting this is kind of a funky arrangement here. Zoom in and hit this, Wes. But see how that is with this thing there.
Well, yeah, that whole thing looks just so old.
Yeah, it is. So I was thinking about putting an end pin jack in there, but yeah, I don't think I will.
Yeah, why? It works, right?
Well, except it's in there so damn tight.
Yeah, rip that whole thing off one day.
I hear you.
That's crazy. Here, which one do you want? Do you want this one over here?
Yeah, might as well.
The one that had a very close call earlier.
Yeah,
But
good
my
save.
quick reaction time.
That's, yeah. As you jumped into... Boy, this sure feels heavy compared to that one. Well, it's got 2 pickups.
David Bronson said it's like a steampunk.
What?
The steampunk guitar jack. Which is big and mechanical looking.
Oh. Yeah.
Rob Ketterer said, Rich, you could make Green Dolphin Street sound good on Roy Rogers' toy uke. We should try that
I wish I had one.
and test that out.
Remember the Roy Rogers chord? You just pressed a button and it made made a C chord, made a G chord. Oh, I always wanted one of those as a kid because my guitar, my first guitar was a Stella, which had coat hanger wires for strings pretty much.
And what is that model?
403. This is 403 and a 503 up there. We'll
Right.
play half on the 403 and half on the other one. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that D'Angelico sounds better than that Eastman.
Yeah, this is like a $1,200 guitar, laminate. Thinner. It's thinner. It doesn't have as much volume. It's got the cutaway. It's thinner. It's smaller this way. You know, it doesn't have the volume and I don't mean volume as far as decibels. I mean volume as far as space in the hole, in the box. The more, I think, the bigger the box, the more sound you're going to have, you know. So, and plus it's the pickup system. But let's try the other one with the not laminate top, but the solid spruce top.
Pedro Leal just joined us. Hello, everyone from the French Alps.
No way.
Watching for the first time. Thanks for jumping on, Pedro. Good to see you, man. French Alps. That sounds like a great spot to be right now.
Yeah, jeez. Wouldn't that be bitchin'?
Yeah.
I didn't even know the Alps were in France.
Where are you exactly? Chamonix? Is that close to you? That's a crazy beautiful place. Yeah, Gordon says the D'Angelico wins tonight. Yeah. It's for the price, it's a great guitar, that's for sure.
Yeah. The bigger the cushion, the better the pushing.
Todd is on fire today.
He is, boy. Easy, Todd. Easy, buddy.
You didn't see his comment here. If you play half on the 403, does that make it a 201.5 model?
Yes, it would.
Play what you were talking about Andrew's question on Green Dolphin Street, and I think you were going to maybe show an example or something.
Yeah, okay, so here we are in C major. Here we are in C minor. You want to just change it a little. Here you are in D. D flat. C. A. Okay. Again, the action is not exactly where I like it, but that's okay. Let's go. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
That Eastman sounds better than the last one for sure.
It's the top.
Yeah, it definitely has a jazzier sound to it.
Yeah.
It sounds good. That's a good sounding guitar. I still would go with the, I think the D'Angelico though. I don't know. Maybe it's just that pickup, but it sounds smoother.
Yeah, it's nice guitar, man.
Yeah. There was one other question that I wanted to get to. I'm trying to find it. It was from Eddie Davis. It was a good question. Okay. Will you speak to how you approach lines that resolve to the tonic from a backdoor dominant?
What are you referring to? Backdoor dominant? Are you talking about secondary dominant, like 5 of 2? Is that what we're talking about? 5 of 5? I don't know.
I don't know. Eddie, if you can clarify to that. Backdoor dominant. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Probably.
The Doors had a backdoor man.
And then Renee Gerga was asking, what amplifier do you recommend for jazz? He's looking at a Polytone Mini Brute from 1980. Polytone Mini Brute.
Wow, I've got one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's that one thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to sell it. How much you paying for it? This one's got a 12-inch speaker. They're a nice sounding amp. But mainly I play the Hendrickson now. Hendrickson, and I still have my Quilters. A guy had given me a Polytone long time ago, and I just kind of set it aside. And the other night, this guitar player came to town, and he needed an amp, and I thought, well, he might need one for the tour. So I got out that Polytone and just to make sure it worked. I thought, God dang it, this thing sounds nice. Reverb sucks, but the sound of the amp was nice. I was really surprised. So, yeah, and I was talking to him. I forget his last name. His name was Steve, but he was saying that he has a Polytone at home in New York, but that stays in his practice room.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's about it for questions. But yeah, I'll send you a message on Facebook here after the show and give you his email address, and you just email him directly about that Polytone, because maybe that. But Renee also lives overseas, so I don't know.
Oh, that won't work.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
He is in England, I believe, but yeah.
Well, plus you got to get one that runs on 220 or whatever it is.
Oh, right. But anyway, yeah, we gotta wrap this up because I gotta go to Cal Poly and shoot 2 softball games today.
Ouch! Is it girls softball?
Yeah. Women's fast pitch, college softball.
Really?
Yeah, it's like college softball.
Are you friends with any of the?
Not really. We don't really get to talk to them, but they're always on the field, and then we leave right after. I know a few of them, but yeah.
Thank you for joining us, you guys. I really appreciate it. And anybody viewing past the the live stream on the replay, thank you for watching. And we'll be back again, right, next week?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Well, and once again, thank you. If you want to give Wes a tip, I know he would really appreciate that. So anyway, thank you again.